BBC viewers were quick to switch off as they tuned into the latest episode of Sunday with Laura Kuenssberg. The presenter was joined by a number of guests, including Labour's Heidi Alexander, Shadow Chancellor Mel Stride, and Zach Polanski, leader of the Green Party. The main discussion centred around Rachel Reeves' upcoming budget, where she is expected to outline her latest policies on November 26. Viewers were quick to point out that there were no Reform UK members on the panel, just days after the party's former leader in Wales, Nathan Gill, was jailed for 10.5 years for making pro-Russia remarks in exchange for cash. Fans were also furious that there was no mention of Gill's arrest on the show, leading them to switch the programme off altogether. One raged, "Why is Laura still on TV? This is beyond parody now and a dereliction of duty to the truth." At Ofcom. Is it coincidence the only week #Laura has no Refaski guests on is the same week as Farage's pal Nathan Gill gets 10 years for bribery and treason? Another fumed, disgraceful. Not even a hint of the #COVID inquiry and 23k deaths by Boris Johnson fangirl Laura. Or Farage's traitor Nathan Gill's 10-year sentence. If either of these stories involved Labour, she'd be all over it. #Laura is a traitor to the truth. Slamming the presenter, a third said, Laura Kuenssberg should be embarrassed. She won't be, but she should. Nothing on the Nathan Gill story. Nothing on the COVID inquiry and her beloved Boris Johnson's incompetence. Disgraceful bias and a blatant lack of impartiality. Another weighed in, "Dear Laura Kuenssberg, what, no representative from the BBC's beloved Reform UK? How strange. It surely can't be anything to do with a certain Nathan Gill being put in the slammer for 10.5 years. I thought your show was a paragon of impartiality and integrity." An additional viewer declared, "Look at the lineup. Turned off as I have better and healthier things to be getting on with." Nathan Gill, a former member of the European Parliament who led Reform UK and UKIP in Wales, will now spend the next decade behind bars after taking bribes to support Russian on Ukrainian TV. The 52-year-old was also found to have accepted money in exchange for making pro-Russian statements in Brussels during his tenure as an MEP. Appearing at the Old Bailey, Gill pleaded guilty to 8 counts of bribery, with Mrs. Justice Chima Grubb concluding that he had exchanged for the improper execution of your public duties.